Hello Pokemon trainers, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet video here on iStarly TV. So welcome to the Chesnaught 7-star raids in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. They have now begun as of, at the time of recording this video, 20 minutes ago, and they will be live all weekend until Sunday, and then they will be gone on Sunday, but then a week later, next Thursday, if you're in the United States, they will be back for another weekend. So if you miss it this time around, you will get another chance next week. So this is Chesnaught. I just did the raid. I soloed it on my first try without even seeing the moveset online beforehand. Usually I check Reddit or Twitter before I do the raids and see what the moveset is. And then I just kind of pick my Pokemon accordingly. But this time around, I was just pretty confident that Appleton would do it. Now, I wanted to use Annihilate, but I didn't, and it actually ended up being a good decision on my part. I think Appleton's probably one of the best Pokemon to use. I did go over Appleton in my video, so this is my EV spread. It's max defense, max special attack with a modest nature, and then the 4 moves right here. Honestly, all I did was click Apple Acid. You do not need any of these other moves, or rather the other moves could be basically whatever you want them to be. It does also learn Recover if you want to do that, and I held the Shell Bell item, which I think is the best. So basically, you just spam Apple Acid, literally click Apple Acid the entire time, and then you Tera Grass as soon as you possibly can. I never fainted once, and I'm actually going to show my raid after this, after I talk about my build and the Chesnaught, and kind of walk you through that. So again, really easy if you use Appleton. Here is the Chesnaught's moveset. It has Bulletproof, and which is kind of expected, so don't use any moves like Energy Ball or anything like that if you can help it. Well, it's not going to do any damage if you do. And these are the 4 damaging moves it knows, and then it goes for Iron Defense immediately. So right at the start of battle, it will go for Iron Defense, and then after that, it'll just kind of start hitting you with random moves. It used Stone Edge on me the first turn, and then after that, it basically used a bunch of Hammer Arms. And this is pretty good because after 1 Hammer Arm, I was actually faster than it, which was pretty amazing because it meant that I got to spam Apple Acid and get some good recovery with Shell Bell. And because of Apple Acid lowering its special defense every turn, I was doing more and more damage each turn, which means I was recovering more and more health, which is the reason I never fainted. And Hammer Arm is just kind of a liability for it. I think the other non-damaging moves it knows are Curse and Bulk Up. So basically all of its moves can boost its defense somehow. So that's one reason why I would say it's possible Annihilate might not be as good as we thought. Although I haven't tried it myself, I wouldn't be surprised if it's still pretty good. It will just take longer to knock out Chesnaught because of the fact that it's going to be boosting its defense. But if you want kind of like a super easy time, just go ahead and choose Appleton. And the good thing is Appleton is in both games, so you don't have to worry about version exclusives. So let's go ahead and showcase the raid. All right, so I'm gonna walk you through the raid now. I already recorded this, but again, it was really straightforward. I might actually end up just kind of speeding the rest of it up after we get the hang of it, basically. But it's gonna load in here, like I said. And again, other options, I think because we know now that the Chesnaught is going to focus on boosting its defense, I think when it got to half health, it actually started using Bulk Up. But by that point, it kind of didn't matter because I was able to break the shield the next turn, and then basically 2 more Apple Acids knocked it out. So again, I just think Appleton is just easily the best Pokemon to use for this raid because none of its attacks do that much damage. Like Stone Edge can possibly miss, and Hammer Arm can also miss, by the way. But yeah, so you see right there, before the battle even begins, it goes for Iron Defense, and then it goes for Stone Edge. And again, as we're gonna see, it's just not gonna do all that much. I guess if that were a crit, it would have done a little bit more, but because I'm holding the Shell Bell, I'm gonna recover just a little bit of health here, and I'm gonna be lowering its special defense, which means, again, every single Apple Acid that I use after this will continue to do more and more damage. Because of Shell Bell, that means I'm going to be recovering more and more health. So it gets a crit on the Hammer Arm, which is kind of funny, but like I said, it lowers its speed then, which means every time after this, I'm actually just going to be faster than it. So that's pretty amazing. And I don't think I saw it reset its stats once. It did reset my stats, but since I'm not boosting my stats, it just didn't matter. I do have Iron Defense and Body Press just in case. I brought those moves just in case, and then I brought Giga Drain just in case I needed more recovery. But again, I literally click Apple Acid the entirety of this battle. I guess one option is you could run the Bright Powder item, because both Stone Edge and Hammer Arm can possibly miss, and the other two moves that Chesnaught knows, Wood Hammer and Earthquake, we resist, so it's never going to... Actually, I guess it uses Earthquake there, which is kind of weird, because that's not doing a lot of damage to me at all, and we 4 times resist Wood Hammer, so I don't think it would ever click Wood Hammer against us. But I guess maybe once I Terrasilize, then Wood Hammer would do as much... It would do more damage than Earthquake, but... I mean, again, you know, for the 50th time here, it's not going to end up mattering. All I do is click Apple Acid, and then we Terrasilize as soon as we possibly can, because it's just going to give us more damage and make the battle even easier. So I love me some Appleton. I'm really happy to be able to use Appleton. Like I said, I haven't personally tried Annihilate yet. It's possible Annihilate can still be a good option here, but I think Appleton's just going to be your best bet. If you want to do this raid super easily, catch an Applin, evolve it, and level it up to 100, max out its defense EVs and its special attack EVs, give it Apple Acid, and that's pretty much all you need. Honestly, I don't even think the EVs probably matter. As long as you have like max special attack and just click Apple Acid over and over, you're good to go. So that is the Chesnaught raids, and as you'll see at the end here, you know, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself here, but I don't really have too much else to talk about here. Once you see at the end of the video, the rewards are pretty much what you'd expect. I did get 1 ability patch, a bunch of rock Tera shards, and then a bunch of experience candies. So if you want to farm these will be good sources of experience candies and rock Tera shards and stuff like that. But I guess on the one hand, these are pretty easy with Appleton. These seem like the easiest raid we've had so far personally, because like, again, I just went right through it without even worrying about my set. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of the raid, and what ball are you going to catch Chesnaught in, and what Pokemon did you end up using? We know now that it has Earthquake, so Goldango might not be the best option. I guess maybe Goldango with Air Balloon, but then as soon as it hits you with like Wood Hammer, or what's the other move that it has, like Stone Edge, even though you resist those, then it will break your Air Balloon, and then it'll be able to hit you from there. So Goldango might not be the best bet, although maybe if you have Air Balloon and then you have like Tera Flying, that could be an option. So I don't know, let me know in the comments if that ends up working for you, or maybe the AI will be so bad that it'll just spam Earthquake even though you have Air Balloon, and it'll just miss every time. I don't know exactly how that works, but let me know what Pokemon you're going to use for these raids, how easy it was for you, and yeah, just go ahead and drop me a comment below, leave a like, and subscribe for more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet videos. I keep saying this every single video, but hopefully Pokemon Home will be coming out soon. We're gonna see. I feel like it should be coming next week, but I have no idea. Anyways, have a great weekend, everyone. I'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching.